everybody. How are you doing today? It is morning around here, and I decided that first of all I've got some extra videos I need to get done, but I may as well show you guys just what our mornings are like around here. You may notice it's fairly quiet. It's actually a comment that gets made a lot about our house. People don't seem to understand how it can be so quiet with 7 kids. Truth is, I guess I could just say we have good kids, but they stay busy too. So I'm just going to show you what all we're doing. First of all, I will say that, I don't know, it's actually, yeah, it's 9 something right now. I overslept this morning. I am normally up by 6:30 and I didn't get up till 8. But our kids are amazing. They took care of the little ones for the little bit that they were up before I got up. And I turned off my alarm for some reason. Anyhow, I've got towels already being washed. One discussion the kids and I have already had is the number of loads of laundry I have to do on Mondays and Tuesdays. Today is Monday, by the way. It's actually Martin Luther King Jr. Day as well, so our kids are doing extra projects for that. And I do a lot of laundry on Mondays and Tuesdays. I do mine, the 3 little ones. So there's 4 loads right there. Maybe 5 depending on what the little ones have gone through. And then I usually have at least 3 loads of towels to do on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then I may have another load throughout the week somewhere. But a lot of it gets done on these 2 days. And then any bedding I need to do. So that really adds up. I've got a little one trying to help me. Don't touch, please. I am working on uploading videos actually right now. So he is loves to touch things with keys. So, Mr. Micah, what are you doing? Are you helping mommy? I got my coffee hanging out. Blake is sitting. Oh, ran out of memory there. It's kind of a running theme with my phone lately. So Blake is doing his schoolwork. Micah is attempting to get into trouble. So I'm going to move this back yet again. Okay, so aside from Blake doing his schoolwork, you can't really see her because of all the light glare, but I'm going to tell you that that's Jasmine over there. Her favorite place to do schoolwork is actually on the couch in the living room. It's just comfy for her. So she's doing that. I'm actually going to go hunting for kids here. Oh, and we got Miss Taya. What are you doing?
I was trying to get these out as...
Are you supposed to play with Legos in your bedroom?
No.
No.
I was trying to get out as you because they were stuck in there.
Okay, Taya, you need to pick those up and take them downstairs right now, please.
Okay.
We don't allow Legos in the bedrooms because of all the little pieces. They've got a table that they play on downstairs with them, and that is where she's supposed to have them at. In our schoolroom, this is where Emmy likes to hang out on the floor and do her schoolwork. Ciara is normally in here with her, but she's actually running through the shower right now. Our morning, like I said, we stay busy. I'm checking to see if there's any other kids up here because Charlie must be downstairs doing her work down there.
I think she finished for the day.
Oh, did she already finish? Okay.
I think she did actually look yesterday, so she can watch it today now.
Nice. Okay, so I know Ciara's already done with her schoolwork for the day, and sounds like Charlie maybe too. So guys, it's Monday. It's not quite 10 o'clock yet, and 2 of my kids are already done or almost done with their schoolwork. The other 2 have a little bit more to do. We have a financial course, high school course from Dave Ramsey that the oldest 2 are going to get started on here today. I'm going to sit down with them in just a bit. We also, like I said, we're going to go through and do the Martin Luther King stuff with the kids. And yeah, so what you didn't see this morning is just the basics of everybody waking up. When the little ones wake up, the big kids, if they're up here, they're supposed to be up by 7. They come up. When Micah gets up, he gets oatmeal. Blake and Taya get to decide what they want to eat in the morning. After everybody eats, then they start getting dressed. Taya and Micah still need help getting dressed. Blake takes care of that on his own. So the big girls help, depending on which kid I'm working with, whether it's breakfast or getting dressed or whatever I'm doing, or if I'm still in the shower, they will help to get all of that done. It's really a laid-back routine. We don't do a whole lot in the mornings. It's a lot of schoolwork. So this is when we get our stuff done, and you can tell, no makeup or anything yet. And so I'm going to sit back down with Mr. Blake I'm gonna get his schoolwork done, and I'll show you guys around for the rest of the day.
So did her love for not marrying these people, as well as her connection.
I see you. I see you too. All right, so while I finished up schoolwork with Blake, Emmy and Ciara actually came out to the kitchen and started lunch for the little ones. Today's menu is chicken nuggets and strawberries with string cheese, and then we'll see what else they're hungry for afterwards. Mr. Blake is getting his cup. Because we don't have the corner cupboard up yet, and those cups are over there, we are still using disposable cups. What, Taya?
We are going to back my own view for me.
Okay. She's always got a lot to say. Anyhow, so Blake is getting his cup. We are still using the disposables for the kids for the most part, while we are waiting for the other cupboard to be done. And yeah, so lunchtime is just as simple. And once they are done eating, Mr. Micah will go down for a nap. This is not typical, and it's probably just because he's the youngest, but we still have somebody go in and sit with him while he's falling asleep. He has never adjusted to going to sleep on his own, which is a little difficult at times, but actually it's just part of our routine. So one of the big girls, they actually kind of like it because they can take their iPad into their room with them. He lays in his crib. They sit across the room so that way he can see that somebody's there. And then once he's asleep, they come on out, but they get extra time on their iPad that way. So they don't complain about it because they don't complain, and it's just easier. We've stuck with it, and it hasn't been a problem. He's the only child we've done that with, though, so I'm sure a lot of people are watching this going, what? Yeah. Guys, it's a big family. Things happen. So he'll do that, and after lunch, Blake and I are going to finish up his schoolwork, huh, bud? Yay! And then usually while Micah's down for a nap, we turn on a movie downstairs for those two, so that way it's something quiet, out of the way, and then I can go over anything I need to with the big girls. Yes. And then we go on our afternoon from there, because in the afternoon is when gears shift a little bit. If everybody's done with work, sometimes I allow the TV to be turned on. Yes, you're allowed. Please sit down and eat. And then Sean comes home from work, and I don't know, board games come out and whatever else we're gonna do. You need to eat your food nicely, please. Eat your food. So that's our day so far.
Now she's doing a video. I'm not camera ready. You wait on
They
it.
questioned if I was gonna record them while they were eating. I wasn't planning to, but then they kept going. And Micah has already eaten his lunch, but decided he was still hungry, and he keeps mooching off of Emmy.
I fed him an onion and he liked it.
Does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're throwing the seeds in there? And Taya's like
Sit.
destroying an apple.
Sit down.
On your butt, please. Thank you. It's a good pizza?
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of leftover pizza from last night.
Yeah.
We came home with 3 whole pizzas left over from your grandparents.
Too much. I'm gonna have a third slice.
Taya, is that a good apple?
Yeah.
With the peanuts
I
in
feel
it.
kind of bad about your apple. I feel bad for your apple. She keeps calling the seeds peanuts for some reason. Probably because she knows she can't eat peanuts, and she knows she's not supposed to eat the seeds.
Done.
You're all. You have some more meat on there. So why don't you eat
I thought that
around there?
was an apple. You said she still got some meat on it.
Yeah. The flesh of the apple.
I know, but
Micah, are you feeding your crackers to Emmy? Okay.
it's like I had to think about that for a second. Oh, gotta get more meat.
Off the table, please.
Are
we're gonna feed Emmy more crackers?
You need to quit screeching.
That's part of the process, Mom.
Gotta screech and I can get one.
Mama, there's more spoons.
Did it fall?
Because he pulled it out.
Apparently this is the best game ever. You okay?
Yeah. Cracker?
Micah does that. Is Tay helping you with the dishes?
Well, she keeps saying it's clean.
What?
Saying it's clean.
Oh, yeah, Tay, those are dirty. Rara's putting the dirty dishes in there so that they can be washed. Because it's Rara's dish day.
Yeah.
Since we rotate between the big girls.
I'm going to get them.
Well, the day has been moving along. Sean came home shortly after lunch. He's actually been working on quite a few projects since then. I meant to take a little more clips in between, but things got away from us. I ended up downstairs helping the 6-year-old sort Legos. If you've never done that, that's fun. And then trying to find the 4-year-old's Legos. She has scattered them all around. And while we were down there, we heard a giant crash. One of the older kids was helping to put away some dishes and things and managed to knock the crock pot onto one of my bean pots. Sorry, I've got a 2-year-old. No, trying to play with stove knobs. That's not good. Yeah. So when she did that, completely shattered the crock pot and it broke my small bean pot. And if you watched the refried beans video or the one where I use dried beans, no touch. You know that I have 2 bean pots, had 2 bean pots, one slightly larger than the other, that I've had almost our entire marriage, and so it's a little bittersweet, but it was an accident. She didn't mean to. Obviously she didn't mean to. And it's just stuff. And I've got a grumpy 2-year-old. Are you waiting for the popcorn? Okay, little mom trick here. I am currently making supper, which you'll see the recipe for in another video, but I'm making bacon cheeseburger soup in the Instant Pot, and it's gonna be just a little bit before it's done, and I have got a hangry 2-year-old. So, I throw in a bag of popcorn. It's gonna fill him up long enough to get supper done, but not so long that he won't eat supper. So I keep popcorn around for one of these reasons. So that's about done here. I'm gonna get making supper, and I'll show you what that looks like when it's done too. It smells delicious. All right, it is supper time. The bacon cheeseburger soup is done. It just looks like tomato soup on the surface, but it is actually full of rice, and I'm trying to splash the camera apparently. And everybody is enjoying soup. This is a favorite in our house. I haven't made it in a little while, so they were pretty excited when I did it tonight. The recipe for that is going to be in a separate video that I will post on either a Monday or a Wednesday, because that's typically when I do food videos.
Can you get this back?
Get it back for what?
Buns?
I'm not putting the bun back in the bag. If you don't want it, you may go give it to one of your siblings. Give it to Rara if you don't want it.
Thank you.
Our kids love to eat buns with soup. They like to dip it and then scoop soup and stuff onto it. Taya, however, does not care for buns. She likes bread, but I gave her a bun anyhow, so there's that. Her and Mike are waiting for theirs to cool off. So I'm gonna go eat, and then we'll see what the rest of the night brings.
Oh, are we supposed to do something?
I don't know if you want to do it again or not. The things that happen in our house with teenagers.
Oh, you think you're good?
Wait, why is this our fault? That's
I'd say it's your fault. For anybody who thinks boys are the only ones who do these things. Dad with his teenage daughters.
It's only a drill.
Okay, for anybody who didn't get that comment. There you go. It's a shirt I found from a while back, and I see it's got paint all over it now. But you've had it for quite a
It's a
while.
project shirt now.
There you go.
Taylor thinks she's older than me, so.
Oh my god, you guys are fighting about that?
Hey Blake, is she older than you? Then do you need to worry about that statement? Okay. Well, it is the end of the day. We are wrapping up the day. It is 8:15 and the alarm on my phone just went off. It's actually something that I started recently to get more routine down for the little ones, because we would all be sitting around doing something and then go, oh, it's 9 o'clock and they're not even ready for bed yet. So at 8:15, my phone goes off. They know immediately, which I think is hilarious because now they know what the alarm means. They're like, oh, time to get jammies on. And so they're doing that. One of the big girls is helping to get Micah's pajamas on. And then they will all go brush their teeth. Most of them with assistance. And the big girls, I got 2 of them still over here. They were all on their iPads. We're actually watching YouTube. The rest, there's Jazz at the sink. Like I said, Charlie's helping Micah with his pajamas. So they all know it's time to turn everything off and start getting everybody and everything ready for bed. The big girls, let's see, the little ones will go to bed here by 8:30. We'll tuck them in. They all just go straight down. No issues there. I know there's some people who struggle with bedtime. If you want to know how we got them into this routine, I can do another video on that. Just let me know. But all 3 of the little ones just go down. That's it. And then they're done for the day. Micah's excited. And then... Oh. What you doing, Micah? Really? Okay, so anyhow, we'll get these guys down at 8:30, and then the big girls at that point will start heading down to get ready for bed as well. They get to keep their lights on until 9:30. They're welcome to read, whatever. At 9:30, they are supposed to turn their lights off. I'm actually going to turn around for a sec so I can catch some faces here. They're supposed to go to bed by 9:30, lights off. They think we don't know that their lights don't get turned off at that time.
Well, technically, my light is off. My book light, however, isn't.
That is still a light in your room. Okay, you need to go get pajamas on too. The alarm went off. And somehow they think that we don't even know that this is going on. And yeah, joke's on them. We know. But as long as they are up by 7 in the morning, I don't stress it. But I'm also going to turn here again. They also know if you're not up by 7, is Mom a very happy mom?
Mom is not a very happy mom.
I was up at 6:30.
Yeah?
Okay.
Not always. You've had just as many issues sleeping in as anybody else.
I was meeting this morning.
Mommy,
What, hon?
I wanted my yellow.
You can find your LOLs after you get your pajamas on. Go do it right now, please. Do not make me come in there.
She wants her little pajamas.
Oh, she's asking for her LOL pajamas, which is dirty because she wore it last night and I did her laundry, I think, before she took it off. Anyhow. So that is the end of our routine. Like I said, they'll do that. Sean and I usually sit up and watch TV for a little bit, depending what time he has to get up the next morning. Determines what time he heads to bed. Sometimes we head to bed at the same time. Sometimes he goes to bed before me. It's just the way it goes. I keep getting a shadow on my face because of the lighting in this kitchen. So sorry about that. And this is our daily routine. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, maybe gotten some insight on how we do some things. I know it wasn't completely comprehensive, but really that's just the basics of our day-to-day life. You know, we do other things randomly, you know, appointments, whatnot, but this is an average day at home. If I missed anything, feel free to ask. Don't forget to like this, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. You never know what's coming next, but we will see you in the next video.